Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, East Bay Stamp Chick. This is Michelle, and yes, I have a cold, so hopefully my voice is not too horrible. I felt like it was doing pretty good today, so I thought I could film a couple of videos, and you know, hopefully, like I said, hopefully it's not horrible. So today's video, I'm part of the Paper Stash Smash collaboration, and at the beginning of the month we picked out everyone picked out some paper collections or pads, kits, whatever that they wanted to smash this month. And 6x6 paper is the theme this month. And I had one paper pack by Pink and Main that was like my main focus, which I have not finished, but I kind of needed a break. Like I had to step away from that and do something different. And then that will help me be more creative when I go back to that. So I don't know if you're like that, but I had to. This particular one that I'm using today is Cherry Tree Lane by Kaiser. It's actually a 6.5 by 6.5, but close enough. And it was like in my stack that I was like considering, and I didn't pick it as my top one, but I thought, well, if I have time, I could work on it. So I pulled it out and started working on it. And what I am finding is I don't love 6x6 paper size pads, because there's like a lot of little pieces left over when you use them. But what I'm also finding is that I need to figure out what items I like to make and just utilize the paper pad in that way. Meaning, I made this paper bag album, which I'll show you here, and I absolutely love the way it turned out, and I really enjoyed making it. So, and you don't really have to, you know, trim the paper very much to do this. And I like that. I don't like dealing with tiny little extra pieces of paper. I will just like to throw those away. And I know some people love them and they make all these cute, adorable little embellishments from them. And I just don't like it. I don't like dealing with it. So I think for the 6x6 paper pads, I need to figure out what crafts I really enjoy making that take up most of the paper. And those are the ones that I will make, because I have a lot of 6x6 paper pads, but I've kind of felt like, oh, I don't want to buy anymore, because this month has been tough for me to get motivated and excited about creating with them. Even though I think the paper is like, you know, super cute or really pretty, it was kind of hard. So definitely learned something about myself and how I like to craft, which is awesome. And I definitely, you know, have paper I need to use, so I need to figure out how to do that in a way that I can enjoy it. And one of them is definitely these paper bag albums. I really like these. So there'll be more of these coming, I'm sure. This is, let's see, this right here, it had, gosh, I think I had 28 sheets of paper, because there was 24 sheets, and then it had, I think, let me see here, it had 2 of these cut aparts, and then it had 1, 2, 3, actually 3 of these like punch out die cuts. So that's actually 5. So I don't know, maybe it was like a 30 sheet pad. So I have a lot of these die cuts left. Okay, and then I still have 1 sheet of cut aparts. I have this full paper, this one, a nice chunk size, and then this one left. And I'll show you what I did with some of that. All right, so this is the mini album, and this is all paper bags. It's the back. And I really love this little ribbon. I found it in my stash. I thought, oh my gosh, that looks so perfect with it. So it's very vintagey. I had thought about putting more things on the front, but I really haven't found anything I've wanted to put on there. And I love this little floral panel, so I might just leave it like this. I'm not sure yet. So everywhere there's lace, that means there's a pocket. So you pull that out, and they all have plain cardstock on one side, so you could journal or add photos. And then, of course, you could do photos on here as well. And I used some strips to decorate these that were left over from cutting the pages down. So that was a really nice way to use up those strips. And then this was part of the cut-aparts that came with the punch-out cut-aparts that came in the pack. So, and this was a cut-apart as well. So maybe there was 24 sheets and 6 sheets of like embellishment cut-apart type stuff. I don't know. I can't remember now. And I have a cold, so I don't know. All right. So this one, because I didn't add a strip of decorative paper because it had that really nice picture there. Nothing on the back. All of them have this little, you know, notch, so it makes it easy to pull out with your finger. Here's this one. If you haven't made a paper bag album yet, they're really sturdy, which I think is great. So, I know paper bags are kind of flimsy, but once you start adding them together and you put cardstock, they're really nice and sturdy, which they will last. I really loved this lace. I had been to find it in my stash. I had quite a bit of this. Little glue strand. And it's nice that this creates so many pockets. So this will really hold a lot. This was actually kind of like a love themed paper pack, which I didn't really think about. I wasn't trying to make like a love themed album, but that's what all the cut-aparts and die-cut things are geared towards. So kind of Valentine's-y, I guess. Okay, so there it is. So that is the book. I just love the way the lace is on the sides, and I love this ribbon. So there's that. So I showed you what I had left here. I was able to, with all the strips, because this was a 6.5 by 6.5, and most of those pages in here I had to cut to like 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, and some of them even smaller for the pockets. So it gave me a ton of strips, and like I said, I don't love small pieces of paper, but I think because I was sick and just, you know, wanting to be creative but not wanting to do a whole lot, I sat there and glued together and made card panels. These are all 4 by 5 1/4, so they're perfect for A2 size cards. And I made all these little panels with the strips, and I thought they turned out really nice. At first I was kind of like, I don't know if I'm going to like these, but I actually do like them. And so definitely need to turn these into cards. And I have all of those pieces in the collection kit that I haven't used in this paper pad. All these that would be great for sentiments. Thank you and I love you. Sending all my love just for you. You know, hugs and kisses. Like all of that is really good for cards. And then even these tags are kind of small enough that you could use them for cards. So I do have a lot there to work with that I could make these into cards. And then this is what is left right here. All of these little strips. So all of this is going to get thrown away. I do not keep this kind of stuff. Like, it's a miracle I even used the strips to make these. Like I said, I'm not into little things. So those will get thrown away, but I just saved them to show that this is kind of what's left so far. And then we'll see how I get with making these into cards. If you're interested in doing a paper bag album like this, I have a previous video, and I have it actually right here, where I made a paper bag album. Let me see if I can pull this out without knocking things over. And it was a December daily. And in this video, I do show you how to glue the paper bags together to make them into an album. So this one you can see is super chunky because it is a December daily, so there's, you know, stuff in here for every single day of December. And then, and I did cover the spine, and then this one I did not. So same type of album, but you know, 2 different sizes. But I believe this one is 7. I think I used 7 paper bags on this one. And I think this one I probably used like 15 or something like that to be able to get that. So if you go back to that video, you can see how to glue them together, but it's super simple. So yeah, so lots of fun there, and it uses up a lot of paper, which is awesome. So yeah, so really happy with that. And it was a really nice break from using the other paper pad that I have picked out for the month to do something different, completely different. And then I can go back to the other paper pad, whatever, and finish. So anyways, thanks so much for sticking with me through this video. And if you like crafty inspiration, don't forget to subscribe and check out the other people in the collaboration. If you go back to my February 1st video, you'll see the list of all the collaborators, and you can check out, they're all making tons of really cute stuff. So there's lots of inspiration out there. All right. Thanks so much, everyone. Bye-bye.